Welcome to Number Talks with Miss McInnes. Today we are talking about the area of a rectangle. In a moment, some dots will appear on the screen. Count how many dots there are. You only have a few seconds to do it. How many dots are there? Is it easier if they're grouped like this? Can you count more quickly now how many dots there are? There are 12 dots. How do we know this? What we just made is called an array. It puts the dots into groups, which makes it easier to count them quickly. In this array that we just made, we have 4 groups of 3. So that means we have 4 groups, and each of those groups has 3 dots in it. So 4 groups of 3, or 4 dots times 3 dots, which equals 12 dots. We know we have 12 dots. So how can this help us understand area? Look at A and B. What do they have in common? Both A and B are 4 groups of 3, or 4 times 3, which means they each have 12. A has 12 dots and B has 12 squares. We can look at both A and B as arrays and use multiplication to solve them quickly rather than counting all 12 dots or squares. So now we know we have a rectangle that is 4 groups of 3, or 4 3 times, and we know this equals 12, but 12 what? There are 12 squares inside the rectangle, so we know the rectangle's area is 12 square units. But what is a square unit? Let's say we measure our rectangle in centimeters and it was 4 centimeters times 3 centimeters. To find the area, we know that it is 4 centimeters times 3 centimeters, which equals 12 square centimeters, or 12 centimeters squared. If we take one of those 12 squares and measure each of its 4 sides, each side would measure 1 centimeter. Each of the squares in this rectangle have 4 1 centimeter sides. Those 4 1 centimeter sides make up 1 square centimeter, or 1 centimeter square. Let's practice. What is the area of this rectangle? We don't know the side lengths, so let's begin by measuring those and labeling the rectangle. Using the centimeter measurements on my ruler, I see that the length of the rectangle is 3 centimeters and the width is 6 centimeters. Now I want to label my rectangle with those measurements like this. To figure out the area, I set up my equation of area equals length times width. So we have area equals 6 centimeters times 3 centimeters. And I know 6 times 3 is 18. So I have 18 square centimeters, or area equals 18 centimeters squared. This means that 18 squares, which all have 1 centimeter sides, would fit perfectly inside this rectangle. Like this. It would look like this rectangle here, which has 18 squares in it, and each of these squares has 4 sides which each measure 1 centimeter. So our rectangle has an area of 18 centimeters squared. Thank you for watching Number Talks with Miss McInnes.